tracing Magellan's expedition from Spain to the Philippines. This year, the world celebrates the 500th anniversary of the Ferdinand Magellan-Sebastian Elcano expedition and the 500th anniversary of the birth of Christianity in the Philippines. As we celebrate this special anniversary of the first global voyage, let us trace this momentous expedition from Spain to the Philippines 500 years ago. Ferdinand Magellan, a Portuguese explorer, believed that there was a westward route to reach the Spice Islands. Magellan's proposal was then accepted by King Charles of Spain and helped him assemble an expedition with 270 crew members and 5 ships, namely Trinidad, San Antonio, Concepcion, Victoria, and Santiago. September 20, 1519. The voyage begins. Magellan and his crew depart from Sanlúcar de Barrameda, Spain, and cross the Atlantic to reach Rio de Janeiro in Brazil. September 26, 1519. Magellan and his crew sail southwestward and reach the Canary Islands to take in provisions. A fast-sailing ship overtakes him, bringing a message from his father-in-law who warns him of treachery among his men. December 13, 1519. Magellan and his men enter Rio de Janeiro. Magellan names the place Santa Lucia, because upon reaching the island it is Santa Lucia's day. Here they trade with the local tribes. They exchange their stuff for food and water. March 31, 1520. Magellan continues his expedition going south until winter storms came and force him to stay in Puerto San Julian in Argentina. April 1, 1520. A mutiny breaks out. This is led by Quesada, the captain of Concepcion, Mendoza, captain of Victoria, and Cartagena, captain of San Antonio. Juan Sebastian de Elcano also participated. Magellan handles the situation and serves justice to the guilty. Quesada is executed, Cartagena and Father Sanchez de Lorena are marooned on the coast. The 40 men who joined the mutiny, including Elcano, are pardoned. End of the April. The ship Santiago is sent on another mission to find a passage. The ship is caught in a storm and is wrecked. October 21, 1520. Magellan arrives at the Cape of the 11,000 Virgins, known today as the Strait of Magellan. November 28, 1520. Magellan begins his trans-Pacific voyage with only 3 ships. During the expedition, Magellan and his crew are lost in the Pacific for more than 3 months. The crew members go mad due to sickness and hunger that forces them to eat worms, rats, sawdust, and water-soaked leather. They suffer scurvy. 19 of his men die and 30 of them become very ill. Still, Magellan continues his voyage and finds 2 barren and uninhabited islets, which he calls the Unfortunate Island. March 16, 1521. After being lost in the Pacific for more than 3 months, Magellan sights an island in Samar at the dawn of March 16, 1521. Some call this event the discovery of the Philippines. Note: discovery of the Philippines is a term used by foreigners. Our ancestors have long been in the Philippines and already had a connection with different people and countries. March 17, 1521. Magellan lands in Hominhan. March 18, 1521. Magellan and his hungry crew are welcomed by our ancestors from the neighboring island of Saluan. They feed the foreigners bananas, fish coconuts, and palm wine. March 25, 1521. Magellan leaves Hominhan. During his expedition, Magellan is caught in a storm, forcing him to sail south. He seeks shelter from the typhoon at the northeast tip of Mindanao toward Butuan Bay. March 28, 1521. Magellan lands in Masao, Butuan, Agusan del Norte, which is ruled by King Raja Calambu. Upon Magellan's arrival, Calambu and his brother are hunting. Calambu welcomes Magellan. March 29, 1521. A blood compact is made between Magellan and King Calambu to seal their newfound friendship and brotherhood. This is the first blood compact recorded in the country. March 31, 1521. The first Catholic Mass is held on Limasawa Island. The Mass is officiated by Reverend Pedro de Valderrama, the fleet chaplain. The Mass is attended by Magellan, King Calambu, Sayagu, Spanish voyagers, and fellow Filipinos. April 7, 1521. After he is directed by King Calambu, Magellan lands in Cebu that is ruled under Raja Humabon. On the same day, Magellan and Humabon make a blood compact. April 14, 1521. A mass is held in Cebu. After the mass, Magellan plants a wooden cross that still exists today and is now known as the Magellan's Cross. Hara Amihan, the wife of Raha Humaban, is baptized along with 800 natives. Hara Amihan is then named Queen Juana in honor of King Charles I's mother, Juana. Before her baptism, Queen Juana is presented with a small sculpture, the image of the Santo Niño. This event marks the foundation of the Sinulog dances wherein Queen Juana holds the Santo Niño in her arms and blesses her people. April 27, 1521. Magellan invades Mactan with his army of 60 Spaniards from the 3 vessels and 1,000 Cebuano warriors. His goal is to defeat Datu Lapu-Lapu. On this day, the Battle of Mactan happens. Though Magellan and his men are armed, they are greatly outnumbered. Magellan is wounded in his right leg by a poison arrow and a bamboo spear is pierced to his face. Falling on his face, Magellan is killed by Lapu-Lapu and his men. After the death of Magellan, his men flee Mactan. Lapu-Lapu is then named the first Filipino hero who fought for freedom. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again next time.